Hello. So again, I'm using Clip Studio Paint because that is what I'm familiar with. You can use anything that you want that does stuff. It just has to output in an AVI. So do you have, can you run DaVinci Resolve, Mo? Because you can do the animation in DaVinci Resolve. You can draw the things that you want in GIMP and then animate it in DaVinci Resolve. At least he's a cute teacher? Okay. Okay, so DaVinci Resolve is free, Mo, is why, and it's what I use. You can definitely use it to do this. You can use any other video program that, as long as it outputs an AVI. But I'm just going to teach you how to do this today. And then if you have problems with DaVinci Resolve, ask Rain. Rain's good at it. So I'm going to show you what this animation looks like frame by frame. So you see the blue box. Oh, well, first of all, let's talk about setting up our animation. So we're going to go to animation over here if you're using Clip Studio Paint, and you want to be in widescreen. So I have 1280 by 720 because that's what I stream in, is 720p. So it puts this blue border around everything for you. And that is the quote TV safe border. Anything that's not inside that border will not be in the animation. Thanks, Sal. Enjoy your lurk. Oh, can you guys see this? I guess you probably can't. Can you? No, you can't. I'll just open it. So here, this is a 720p sized animation. I thought I turned those off. Oh. So this is a 720p sized animation. That's what I'm using. Anything inside these blue lines will be shown when you export it. Anything outside, yeah, tits is off. Because I'm doing animation. You think that I'm going to have anything running that isn't absolutely necessary? Even Zeus might get turned off if he's not. So anything inside this line here, let me pretend I have a pen, because I do have a pen. Anything inside of this box here, these are called TV safe borders. That will be shown. And because you want a transparent one, turn off your paper layer. You can have it on while you're working. Make sure you turn it off before you export. Okay, we're going to close this animation because we're not going to use this one. Do not save. We're going to go to this one. This is 24 frames long. It is 2 seconds long, and you don't want your stinger to be much longer than that. But also 24 frames is the max that Clip Studio will do if you don't have EX. So I thought I would do 24 frames just to be safe. Hi, Lazy, welcome in. So we're just gonna pop through. You can see the UFO slides through here. This is all just motion tween, by the way. And then smashes down, and these clouds come up. And this is the most important part. See how the screen is entirely covered? You need the screen to be entirely covered so that you can switch from scene A to scene B without it showing. And then everything falls away and we're left with a clear scene. So if I play this, Voila. So when I put that in OBS, I would put the change right here. And I know from experience it's like 2000, I think it's almost exactly 2000, or like 1850 milliseconds, something like that. It's very, very close. But the longer that you have it covered the full of the screen, the longer you have to like switch. So if your computer's a little laggy, it's better to have like a longer switch time. Or if like OBS is just a little clunky for you or whatever you're using. So in this one, all of these are animation things, but like all of these are motion tweened. So I drew this little guy, and then I made a right here, this dot right here. That is a keyframe. So what I did was I enabled keyframes on this layer, which means you cannot hand animate it anymore. And I took I moved the UFO off screen, and then I put a keyframe here because I wanted it to swoop down, and a keyframe here so that it's in the center-ish, and then keyframe here. I just wanted to make because I wanted it to tilt. So there's just like keyframes for that. And then there's this keyframe where it's off of the screen. And then these keyframes are to making it go above here. And then it's coming crashing down. And then this keyframe right here is off again. And that's just where it stays. It stays off. And then the clouds are actually 3 different graphics. Here is the lowest one. You can see it's off screen all the way until here. And that's where its first keyframe is. So it's off screen. This whole section is this keyframe. And then right here, it starts to animate up. So if we turn off everything else, you can see that this animates up, pauses, animates down. So these are all very simple drawings. So, like that's that whole drawing. This is this whole drawing. And this one's like this. I just needed to make sure that it could cover the whole screen. They're like nothing special, but because it's animation, because it goes so fast, if I spent 3 hours rendering each cloud, like, yeah, it'd look great, but like nobody would notice because it goes by so fast. I don't super recommend doing a lot of work on something that's not going to be on the screen for very long, says the man who animated a bunch of fucking eyeballs. If you've seen my regular one. This one's way more complicated, and watch the computer crash. Don't crash, baby, I love you. Thinking about it. There we go. So, the eyeballs are all hand animated. Oh god. All right, well, it doesn't want to play that. But you've probably seen my anime. Oh no. Oh no. Come on, computer, I love you. Oh, it did play. So there's a few seconds in my eyeball transition where the green is just fully this weird green color. The screen is just green. And the eyeballs animate and they blink and they go from up to down. And in the middle of them moving, the screen goes fully green behind them, and then the scene switches in that fraction of a second. This is not the original file. That one got corrupted. But yeah, that's what that. Maybe we can. Computer. Oh, I gotta close it. It's so bad. Do not save, whatever. Oof. We survived. But if you wanted to do this in a different program, if you wanted to do the animation in a different program, you would make all of these assets. You would make this little guy. You would make your UFO and your dust clouds, and then you would export them into another program like Premiere or DaVinci or After Effects or whatever. So yeah, you could make all of your stuff in Procreate. Just make sure you save it as a transparent PNG so that when you put it in your editing software, it has a clear background. So then all you have to do is tween it. So you would do you know what you want to do, Mo? Do you have an idea? You said you want to do a frog. But what do you want the frog to do? You could also do this. You could hand animate it if you want it to be like animated in a way that's not just motion tweens. You could hand animate it frame by frame in Procreate, export each frame individually, load them up in DaVinci in order. Want a rainbow to cover the screen. Okay. So what I would do if I were doing that is I would make my rainbow. And I would have another. And this is like a prettier thing that I'm. As your rainbow, and then as a different asset, I would make I would make your sky. Let me think how I want to do this. I want like a blue. It's sky blue. That I would do for parent. That wasn't what I wanted. Do something like that. Do it like that. When this is up, that covers all. And then on this, I would have clouds or whatever you can. And then you want a frog on top of that.
You are a raider. Legendary.
Welcome, Raiders.
Hi, Rodrigo. Welcome in, everybody. We're doing a mock-up for Mo of what they were asking about. We're drawing very quickly and very badly, and you're just going to have to deal with that. You want like a good frog green. Yes, we are in CSP animation. So this is our frog. And I believe you said you wanted also some text. We're going to do one more animation folder. What did you want it to say, Mel? We're going to do tweening, so this is the easiest kind of animation you can do. Spread froggy vibes everywhere. Okay, so because Mode doesn't have CSP and isn't super interested in getting it. But anyways, this is where we would want everything at the end of our animation. We're gonna take this and we're gonna make it our full 24 frames because this is the Again, if you have Clip Studio Paint Pro, 24 frames is the max you can do. If you have EX, you have limitless. So since this is where we want everything to be, we're going to turn on keyframes for everything. I just took off the paper layer, by the way. So we want, let's say frame 15 is where we want everything to be. We're going to add a keyframe on all of these. Right at the same frame, because this is where everything will line up. You can see it's clear at the bottom here, how we want it. But at the very beginning, we want everything not here. So let's say we want the rainbow to come up from the bottom. We're going to grab the rainbow. And we're going to move it straight down. Here we are. Why did it move that? I don't want that.
Hello, bitches.
Thank you for paying your guild dues.
Thanks, Elle. Yeah, we are literally going to grab this. Please give it to me. Why? From here. Why don't you do that? I'm so confused. Okay. We just have to like make it go down. I'm gonna make it go straight down. There we are. And we want it to go straight down. Oop. Then at this frame, it's gonna be back up here. So from this frame to this frame though, we want smooth interpolation. And that means that it's gonna like go slow, fast, slow. So it'll like ease in and ease out of the animation. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, Rodria, that's why I was very confused why you were having so many problems. And then at the end, we want it to be gone again. So we're going to copy this and we're going to paste it. It's not what I wanted. Just want this. Copy. Paste. And then we want our froggy We'll just have him spin in. Hit play. And then we'll have him spin out. This came off. So now he should spin in and out. In, out. In, out. In, out. And then this go up. And there's like a lot you could do to make this nicer, essentially. But we'll talk about that in a second. Can I please have this? All right. Copy, and we're going to paste this at the end. Now, we'll have Froggy Vibes just zoom in from the left. Have this one. And because it takes like a little while to read a thing, we're actually gonna have Froggy Vibes get here early. We're gonna take this, gonna copy it, paste it here. Continue moving Froggy Vibes. We're gonna pull that over here, and then at the very end, move it. I did change it. It says stinger transition animation for me. Do not refresh the page, Red. So now it does that. Again, this is not great. It's very fast and a little bit jarring. So what you can do is you're gonna paste, and we're actually gonna have it up a little further. So now it should bounce a little. Have just a little bit of bounce. It's really hard to see as my computer's chugging a little. But like that's the basics of how to make a stinger transition. You can get like super duper into it. You can do squash and stretch. You can do all that jazz, and you don't have to redraw anything if you do squash and stretch. So let's say
hello, bitches.
Lay ATL dance, lay ATL dance, lay ATL dance, lay ATL dance.
Thank you for paying your guild dues, adventurer.
So let's say that we wanted, you forget the TPS. What was I saying? Oh yeah, we could squash and stretch it. So let's squish it. Um, I'm not going to do a whole lot because my computer is super mad. Make it bigger and small. So that's what I would do if I were doing yours. And see, like okay, so I could do this in, so I did this one in vector. I didn't do the mock-up in vector because lazy, but I did this one in vector. So if I wanted to, yes, you can actually do that with the transform tool too. So let's, at the very beginning, uh, mm, so what I can do is like do this and it might do what you're thinking of. So I just made it get bigger. But like what you're asking for is for me to like make the arc go up higher, and then like you want it to do I essentially have to make it you. We're getting there. It's just the layer system in the paint program. So you want it to go like as it's coming out, right? Oh, you want it to, you want to do like, yeah, you can do that. Let's, you're asking me to mask it, and you can do animated masks. And if that's what you really, if that's what you want to do, and you're using DaVinci, me explaining it in CPS or CSP, CPS, CSP isn't going to help you. You need to look up animated masks in DaVinci. So write that down. That's what you want to learn to do. You can do that in Clip Studio, but me telling you how to do it in Clip Studio isn't going to help you in DaVinci. I mean, DaVinci has a lot of things. You just can't access everything. Because, well, you can't access everything in the free version. But DaVinci does have, it is like an industry standard piece of software. Yes. So, like, you get a new animation folder. Yeah, you want it to like appear and disappear, so. I don't think I've ever drawn so many rainbows since I was in kindergarten. Uh, that is true. By the way, this is the color history thing right here. This is one of my favorite things ever. Highly suggest having that up when you're working in any art program if it has the color history thing, definitely. So uh, essentially, yeah, we're just gonna duplicate. Ooh. I mean, I'll show you how to do it in Clip Studio just because we're here and we're in Clip Studio and we have some time. I'm only gonna do like 8 frames. So in frame 1, it's pretty much gonna be invisible. In frame 2, this is gonna be frame here. This 24 by 8. Whatever. We'll just make it up. When it comes to animation timing, I don't have like a lot of experience, so what I did was I have the first frame and the last frame the same. They're going to be invisible. And then, so in our frame 2, we're going to make a mask. It's going to mask the same direction twice because I don't. I'm sorry, Mo. I just don't have the most patience in the world. We're essentially, I'm just going to take this and make a mask. And then, I don't know if there's a way to animate masks in this other than the way I'm doing. Masks. Action. Mask. I'm just sort of eyeballing this, so joke emoji. It's not going to animate beautifully or anything, but it will animate. So. Is that what you wanted? So that's, you would do that with a like an animated mask, essentially. And this accomplishes the same thing. It's very cute. I like your idea. I think it's going to be wonderful with, good, better art. Not me slapping it together in 5 seconds. But yeah. Does anybody have any questions? Red, do you have any questions? Mia's like, I don't give a flying fuck. Just here for the popcorn. You can do like animation stuff like squash and stretch. You can ease in, ease out, do all of the things that you want to do. Just remember that it is literally a 2-second animation, and it is going to play between scenes repeatedly. I'm so glad. But yeah, you don't, if you want to make this today in Procreate and DaVinci Studios, you totally can do that. You don't need CSP to do the thing. You can have DaVinci do all the animation. So just make all of your assets in Procreate. Yeah. So you make all of your assets. Just make sure that they're the right size. Whatever you stream in, I assume you stream in 720p, so make them in 720p. No, you can export to AVI, Rain. I've done it. You absolutely can. It's just it is a literal pain in the ass. Did you export it into AVI? It has to be like certain specifications. It is a huge pain in the ass, but I did it. I made it. I made the you know the it has to be an AVI, Rain. I don't know what to tell you. It has to be an AVI with a transparent background. Those are the things it has to be. But yeah, I've done it in DaVinci. I did not enjoy my time doing it, but I have done it. It made me want to cry. Like, no, it's not. I haven't had that problem. Why are you saying that this is a problem? Like, maybe yours was, but mine weren't. But like, make sure all of your shit's in the right size. But yeah, it has to be something with a transparent background. No, you can just export it in AVI off of CSP, which is why I like Clip Studio Paint for doing this sort of thing. Like, you can just do it. Yeah, but like that's why I just yeah, like, and Mo, if you can't get it to work, send me your assets and I'll animate it for you, okay? Also, you can add sound. I kind of want to save this horrible thing that I made. I'm gonna save it because it's funny. Um, uh, um, yeah, I would prefer if you tried to do it yourself. Also, you can have sound on your. Not safe. You have sound on your files, so let me open the sound version. So if you want your sound, it will only do one sound file as far as I can figure out. So if you want sound, you need to go to File, Import Audio, and then you can import an audio. And I mashed up a couple of sounds for this. So. So that's what it is. All right. Yeah, that's all I really wanted to show you guys. So if you don't have any questions, we're going to wrap up. Awesome. What you need, Mia? That's absolutely fine, Rodrigo. I am going to put this up on YouTube for people. With my horrible frog animation and everything. It'll be part of the CSP 101 series. Yeah, thank you guys for coming out. For another CSP 101. Who knew that it was coming back? I sure as fuck didn't. Welcome back, CSP 101, and probably goodbye forever until somebody else has a cool question to ask me that would take an extra stream to work on. That's amazing. Oh my god, thank you. Something about the timeline number. No, it's perfect. There you go, everybody. Literally perfect no notes. What a beautiful thing to end Clip Studio Paint 101 on for the second